Good evening, all my little pokey fluffs. Mewtwo here with you today, and well, let's start off with anyone that tried to watch the video I posted at, say, 1 a.m.-ish last night. Apparently, my computer decided that instead of the microphone I normally record with, it's going to record with the headset I forgot I plugged in, microphone which was turned off, so I sat here and talked to my computer for 30 minutes, and I didn't say anything. But this does give me an opportunity to amend that and make it more of a continued story, since things have changed. So we will just start with late Sunday night. Autumn and I had been talking about getting our booster shots because, well, we're good, responsible children who want to be safe and protect ourselves, our friends and family, etc., etc. And we don't want to die from some horrible COVID disease or lose our sense of taste or smell or any of that other fun stuff. So, Saturday night into Sunday morning, about midnight 15, I go into Kroger's website. I spot available appointments Sunday morning at 11 a.m. I'm like, well, I'm off. Snap that bad boy right up. Get this done. Get it did. Moments later, Autumn filled out the form. Apparently, I had got the last 11 a.m. appointment. He got 11:30. And that's fine. We figured one way or the other they start at some point and we'll both go in, get them done, and get out the door. Because they'll probably do us at the same time. That's what happened last time. People just got done when they got there. They didn't have to wait to their exact minute, assuming there was no one in front of them in the line. And since last time we had figured out the pharmacy open at 9 a.m., we figured we'll just go 9 a.m. Only to find out when we got there, the pharmacy doesn't open until 10 a.m. yet on Sundays. Oh well. It's only a 2-minute drive, so we drove back home. Took off our shoes and coats. Sat down on our computers for about 45 minutes. Got shoes and coats back on. Back to Kroger. 10 a.m. Pharmacy opens. Some creepy old guy is there before us, and yes, I qualify him as creepy old guy because he yelled at the pharmacist because she wouldn't sell him medication without a prescription on his insurance. And I can understand why, because say you're buying insulin on your insurance, you may have insurance, but your friend does not, so you might be trying to cheat the system and buy medication not for you on your insurance. So don't mess with people. After she got a large earful from this guy, both of us came up and apologized profusely that she had to deal with that. Asked her whenever the COVID shots were starting, and she said 11 a.m. We said, that's fine. We'll be back. We're on your system already. We're good to go. We didn't want to make her day any worse. So we drove back home. 2-minute drive. Shoes off, jackets off, watched a little more YouTube. Relaxed a bit. Drove back. Alright. We are now back at Kroger. Third time. Feeling like Groundhog Day here. This time, more people in the pharmacy. And after a few moments of the lady who had just got there sorting through paperwork and figuring stuff out, she got the stuff set up and pulled a bag of vials out of the fridge. And I mean a bag. There had to be well over 30 bottles and stuff in that clear plastic bag. And I'm thinking, is that all? Pfizer? Holy cow, that's a lot of vaccine. And I, finding out, was the first appointment for the day. And Autumn was the second appointment for the day. Fortunately, the shot-giving lady. I don't know what her official title was. I didn't ask her if she was a nurse practitioner, nurse, RN, PN, whatever letters that she had, or doctorate. I honestly don't know. Whatever she had. She let us in. She recognized both of us from our first sets of shots, actually. She was very happy we'd come in to get them. She was more than happy to do us both at the same time. They no longer made you sit on a metal chair for 15 minutes after you get it. You're just recommended to not leave the store for 15 minutes after your shot. We were both cool with that. The process went by faster than expected. I was shot and stood up. I didn't even got a chance to get my jacket back on by the time Autumn was already standing up and getting ready to grab his jacket. So we got our new card, our further completed cards with a third sticker on it. Went and bought some lettuce. My apologies. That will make sense soon enough. So everything went well enough. We made it back home. It was a more or less relaxing Sunday. I'd say around late in the evening, 10-ish, both of our arms had started to hurt a little bit. This is about what reaction we had last time, and we also had some tires last time, so that's what I was expecting. The arm actually felt pretty decent. It just felt like, I exercised a little too much. Maybe I did like 10 extra curls or something. I don't know. More than my body thought I was allowed to. Nothing serious. Autumn had to work the next day. I didn't have the day off because I had taken the week off for PTO burn. At around 12:30, after he was already in bed, I decided I was going to record a video for YouTube, just a kind of a saying we did this. Lo and behold, I find out after I post it, someone replies immediately to it saying, "There's no audio." Windows decided to use that microphone that I mentioned earlier that was turned off, as opposed to the one that was turned on that I always use, and everything else automatically already uses. But Video Recorder decided it did not play with that. So, everything done now. I deleted the video saying I'd post a new one tomorrow morning. It's around 1:15. I take off this bathrobe, which is, it's moderately warm. It's not exactly super, super toasty, but like, I'm a little chilly. That's okay. It's a cool night. Go around the house, shut off all the lights. I'm heading up to bed. By the time I'd made around the circle in the house, I'm like, wow, I'm really cold. Like, stupid cold. Well, I'll put on some warm jammies tonight, get under a lot of blankets. We'll be fine. I make it up the stairs right into the bedroom, and I'm like, I'm not just cold. I am shiver shaking to the point where it is stupid crazy level. I don't even feel anywhere near as cold as my brain is telling me I am, and it's like, I'm not that cold. It's not that cold in here. I think it was 54 in the room, which is actually about what we like in the bedroom when we're sleeping. So I was shaking with cold for no apparent reason. Like, I think I'm having a reaction. I quickly peed as fast as I could so I could have that process out of the way. Got into jammies, as warm ones I could find handy, and then brushed my teeth, and then curled up in bed under all the blankets I could get. And I was still just, I was like, okay, I'll get to sleep as soon as I warm up. That didn't happen. By the time it hit the pillow, it was close to 1:30. And The next thing I did was about 4:30 in the morning, got up to go pee, figuring I have to do this. It's gonna happen or it's gonna happen, and I don't want to wet bed. Um, Fortunately, most of the coldness had been gone. This was, however, replaced with soreness. I managed to get up and go pee, and this is where I should have taken 2 Tylenol. I did not, because my tummy still felt a little upset, and I felt like if I were to take the Tylenol, I would probably just be putting the Tylenol back, and that would not be productive. I'd be unhappy for 2 reasons. I'd be hurting, and I just threw up. So I didn't do that. So I got back in the bed. By the time I made it to the bed, the hurting had increased. It felt like everywhere that I knew of that there was a nerve ending that could tell me pain was telling me pain. Not necessarily the worst pain on any one spot, but the fact that it was everywhere. And I, very quickly after I got in the bed, it increased so much. I couldn't roll. I couldn't move. I couldn't get back to the bathroom to get that Tylenol that I so sorely should have taken. I was frozen in pain. One of the most intense pains I had ever had. I don't think I slept anymore throughout the rest of the night either. I may have gone in and out during that first 3 hours a couple of times. Probably not. Um, this phase, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I just kept trying eventually to roll every so often on either my right side or the back, because I couldn't roll on my left side because that's the arm that got jabbed, so it hurts. So I can't lay on that side because that makes something worse. This rolls through to 7:45 in the morning where I get up and I'm like, I have to pee. I take care of that, and I'm not even back to bed, and my body's like, that's not all you have to do. I'm like, I don't want to do the other part because the bathroom in the master bedroom is right next to Autumn's head. And I don't want to have to flush in the middle. If I pee in the middle of the night, I don't flush. I flush in the morning. It's not like the pee's going to stink up the house that much overnight. But my body was like, oh, you're going to poop. So since I was going in there to poop anyway, I was like, all right, I'm taking that Tylenol. I took 2 Tylenol, shut the door, proceeded to generate Mount St. Helens, apparently. Which is weird because for as out of it as I was, I could barely feel how much had come out. And as I stood up and saw like 3 days worth of poo in the toilet, I'm like, how'd I just do that? Boy, I hope this is going to flush because I do not have the energy to use the plunger right now. So I successfully flushed. Thank God, because that was not something I was going to deal with right then. Even if it did clog, the answer was, we're dealing with this tomorrow. As I'm getting my jammies back on after doing a number 2, I'm getting into the bed. Autumn is just now waking up. I apologize to him that I didn't sleep very well, and I hope that I didn't keep him up much. Normally, I wake up about 8 a.m. Day off, 9-ish. Since I hadn't slept all night, and the pain was finally mostly gone, it just one last area hurt, and it was right around my eyes. Just kind of that little, like the area around my eyes, and maybe just the area, the first little line of bone around them. That zone. I hurt there, and I was definitely a little light sensitive. Um, Big problem. Laying on my right side, faces an eastbound window. I cannot lay on my left side. My back hurts from laying on my back too much. So, I do my best to cover my eyes, curl up on my right side. I can't use the sleep mask at the moment because it's pressure there, and putting anything on top of my eyes would have made things 10 times worse. So, that would not have solved anything. I know I got to sleep fairly quickly there. Thank you, Tylenol. It was maybe just after 8 o'clock that I actually fell asleep. And I got out of bed around 11. I don't feel good yet, but I'm not hurting. In fact, I feel drugged up, dizzy, no energy, not even hungry or thirsty, really. I drank some water because I knew I needed it. I just happened to be out on a break right then. I gave him a hug, and I went downstairs, posted to Twitter, checked my FA, and it said, oh, sitting up is not so much fun. I need to go curl up on the couch. I'll put on some YouTube and I'll take a nap with the TV going. That's something I often will do when I'm sick. I'll put some on the TV and I'll sleep on the couch some more. And since I didn't really sleep much all night except that last 3 hours, thank you Tylenol, I probably need a little more nap. As I got to the living room, I went to turn the sound bar on and the remote didn't work. The batteries died. I just got on the couch. I just pulled up the blanket. I sat the bottle of Tylenol next to me and a cup of water with a straw. Okay, fine. Open up the battery compartment. They're fuzzy. It was working yesterday, and they're fuzzy. So, I take the battery, go to the kitchen. It's maybe 20 feet, maybe 30, to the trash can. Pop the batteries out. Try and clean out as much of the crusties that I can. Put new batteries in. Press the button. Nothing happens. Go back to the kitchen, take the batteries back out. Clean off that little spring part a lot more, see if I can get it. No. Still not lighting up on the remote at all, not making the soundbar go on or off or change volume. I am annoyed. At this point, I don't care. There's got to be nothing left on there, period. I sat on the couch and scratching it a little bit more. Put the batteries back in. Little display on the remote lit up. I was able to deal with it. Awesome. I had managed to turn on the soundbar. The remote was working. But because of all this extra energy I just spent, I was like, I'll just sit here for a few minutes before I don't have the energy to browse my phone, to look for YouTube things, to cast the TV. So I just sat my phone and the remote down. And I woke up several hours later. Autumn came down on another break. Was somewhat confused the fact that I was passed out on the couch. The soundbar was on, but the TV was not. I said, that's as far as I got. At this point, I did manage to turn the TV on. I got up very wobbly. Made myself Gordon's fish sandwich. A couple, the triangles. Made 2 triangles and some tater tot circles. These little discs of tater tot, extra crispy. Really love those things. So I made that. Put it on an onion bun because we had onion buns. Sat back down on the couch. Took several bites. Had to sit down and take a break. Took several more bites. Sat down and take a break. Took 3 tries to get through a handful of tater circles and that fish sandwich. I was super wobbly walking back and forth to the kitchen both times, both when I went to put it all in the toaster oven and when I went to get it. Autumn, shortly thereafter, had come down finally for his actual lunch. I already had stuff playing on YouTube on the TV. He was fine with apparently what I'd put on. He sat there, ate his lunch, watched some TV with me. Just after he went back upstairs, I fell asleep on the couch. Again. I have been up for a half hour the first time, maybe an hour and 15 minutes the second time. It's now 3:45-ish. I fell asleep on the couch. Again. I wake up, it's 5:30. I'm thirsty. I know I should pee. I have not peed since 11 a.m. when I got up. So I go to the bathroom. I take care of number 1. And realize, oh, I'm a lot less wobbly. That's better. And then I go, okay, I really want some Diet Cherry Pepsi. I want something sweet. I want something fizzy. And I want something flavor. So I go to the kitchen, pour myself a glass of it. And I'm like, you know what? Sitting at my desk. Checked a little bit of FA, made sure my head was feeling straight enough. And, well, then here we are today. That's where you catch up with me. I put on the fursuit head and decided to re-record this video since I was feeling much better. Apparently, more than a few people have had bigger reactions to the booster shot. Another friend online replied to my tweet this morning saying, yeah, she had a rough time after the booster, and I was like, yeah, I feel for you. That sucks. I'm sorry you had to go through stuff too. Autumn had the shivers last night when I got to bed. The exact same time I was feeling that, he got up to go pee in the other bathroom, and we were both doing the ultra super shake. We both curled back up in bed. Fortunately, he already had a warm spot where he had been, so he warmed right back up. I didn't. My mother had got apparently hers on Thursday, and today was the first day she wasn't feeling like toots. So I know it could be worse. Yay. Yeah. It's been about a day. I'm glad I was off. I'm glad I'm feeling better now. Not great. I'm not driving a vehicle or anything. I had desire to go to Best Buy and pick something up. Hopefully I'll get to do that soon. I'd hoped to do some video recording today. Obviously that didn't happen besides this one. So yeah, that's where we are. Whew. I really hope we don't need a second booster. Because if it's anything like this one, I don't know if I can take a second one of these. That was the most intense night I've ever had. Yeah. Feel a lot better now, but wow. I definitely would have rather had that than COVID if COVID was that for a week or something, though. So there's that. Anyway, I'm going to upload this before it gets any longer. I'll talk about Saturday on other videos since, well, this already is way too long and we don't need any more here. So I hope you're all feeling well. I hope you're all having a relaxing Monday and had a good weekend. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell. For the little dingly bell, let you know when I post new videos. Who knows? Could be Mewtwo talking about things. And of course, don't forget to get your booster shot when you're allowed to. Because, well, keep yourself safe. The hell I went through last night is way less than the hell of if you got COVID and you weren't protected. Remember that. Anyway, this Mewtwo is going to sign off, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye!